level-headed game.
Back at E3 2006, Microsoft made the announcement about Grand Theft Auto 4 and its exclusive DLC for the Xbox 360. Here's the audio clip from that E3 press conference.
Microsoft and Rockstar Games have entered into a strategic partnership to provide exclusive episodic content via Xbox Live. So expect further details from us and Rockstar Games regarding this groundbreaking relationship in the very near future.
At the time, fans could only speculate on what type of exclusive content we would get until Rockstar spilled the beans in late 2008. Microsoft paid $25 million for this episode, but is it worth your $20? For an add-on, this is definitely something that you don't see every day. This is easily the best DLC I've seen since Shivering Isles. But in terms of comparison, it's a bit more like Knights of the Nine. You're basically on the same map with new weapons, small interior areas to explore, and missions to tackle. Hopefully that'll give you a good clue on what to expect from this DLC. You play as Johnny, Vice President of the Liberty City biker gang, The Lost. You probably remember him from the full game unless you've been living in a vault or something. Even though this episode takes place in Liberty City, it still manages to feel fresh. This is somewhat because of all the new activities like arm wrestling, air hockey, and a little bit of road rash on the side. But it's mostly because of the new playable character Johnny and the unique biker vibe you get from being in his shoes. Rockstar said that this story would show you a different side of Liberty City, and if that was their goal, then they delivered.
That's
If you thought the storyline was good from the full game, then expect the same level of detail in The Lost and Damned. It's pretty complex, especially for DLC, and it has a few surprises up its sleeve. I won't say much about the story, but expect to cross paths with some familiar faces along the way, as well as the 3D anatomically correct penis. I think the voice actors put on a superb performance, just great voice acting. I could really care less about the racist jokes. In fact, Rockstar needs to do away with that crap because it's not a very level-headed or smart thing to do. The gameplay is basically the same as the full game with a few small tweaks here and there. Johnny seems to walk and run a little different than Nico did, and the motorcycles control like a charm. But there's one problem: they are way too safe to ride. I should not be able to land a Misty Flip on a motorcycle, period. Okay, that is not realistic, and I think the realism is a part of GTA's charm. Yeah, I just wish riding motorcycles required a little more skill, perhaps. Expect lots of gunplay, riding from one point to the next, and stopping by the local gun store for supplies. The new weapons and vehicles add a bit more variety to the gameplay. I think the missions could have been a little more diverse, but Rockstar did a pretty good job of switching things up. There are no boat or helicopter missions, which definitely would have added some diverse elements to the experience. This game adds 54 new songs to the radio, and that helps put more variety into the overall soundtrack. I don't really care for most of the new music, however, some of the new rock and roll tracks are great and they fit right in with the biker theme. There's no need to talk about the graphics because you're still in Liberty City, therefore no change has been made in that department other than that stupid film grain, so I highly recommend that you go to the menu and turn that shit off. Let's talk about Johnny because IGN said that he's not a compelling character. I would like to touch on this subject real quick. Now, I have respect for IGN. They've been around for a long time. I've been visiting their website for I don't know how many years up until recently, but they basically ran John Boy and the story into the dirt. I will put a link to the review in the description box so you can see what I'm talking about, but here's my 2 cents on it. Johnny is a cool and unique character. He shows loyalty, leadership, and compassion towards others. He's a badass with a cool attitude until you piss him off. IGN's views on the story and Johnny are misleading to say the least. They also said that Lost and Damned can't hold a candle to its big brother. Well, no shit. It's only about 1/10 the size of its big brother. That's a no-brainer. Moving on. The gang war side missions are reminiscent to the ones from San Andreas, only you cannot take over the areas after the battle is won. The new multiplayer mode adds to the replay value of this DLC, and it's something I did not expect to see. If you're a GTA fan, then it's a no-brainer. Get on Xbox Live and download this episode now. Trust me, it's well worth the 20 bucks. This game will provide you with anywhere from 9 to 30 hours of gameplay. It really all depends because you can still continue to play the game after you beat the main story. And thanks to the side missions and mini games, there will always be something to do in Liberty City. With that said, I give The Lost and Damned for the Xbox 360 a 9 out of 10, and from a more technical point of view, I will give it a 96%.
I don't need help. I'm the one that dug my hole, and that's life.
This is something that everybody must know about before downloading this, but there is a small chance that your DLC may get corrupted while downloading, and it may ruin your whole experience. I'm serious, it's like the buggiest piece of shit you'll ever download. So don't say I didn't warn you if this does occur. Now, I heard that if you copy the full game of Grand Theft Auto 4 to your hard drive, it won't lock up nearly as much. And you can also try performing maintenance to your hard drive, but to be honest, I don't think it's gonna work. I think the only way to truly fix this is like deleting it off your hard drive and download a whole new version. Anyway, thanks for watching, and peace and prosperity be damned.